One, two, man. It's the one and only DJ Chase, man. Foot on the next for the end of the year, man. I got 2026 is loading. I got a big 2026, man. But with that being said, enough about me. We got a fire interview today. But we're gonna get to some sponsors first. We're gonna take it slow. With that being said, the first official sponsor, download that DJ Chase Radio mobile app today on your iPhone and your Android. It will be back up and running 100% in 2026. I had to revamp it, make some changes. Also, we got a sponsor today podcast directory. Use the promo code DJ Chase to get 20% off your order and get in touch with the hottest podcast. Groover, the hottest platform to get in touch with players, curators, getting feedback from real people, not bots. And Volcana, the hot new app out now. Community, playlists, all of that, man. You can distribute your music. It's a crazy app, Volcana. But enough of all that, man. We got the one and only, my guy, Scott the Rock in the building, man. Oklahoma City's own man, a big boss, A&R, just a journeyman in the music business. First of all, how you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. It's an honor to be on here with you, DJ Chase, man. I follow you all the time, man. You're my boy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, man, it's tough out here, man. Sometimes it's tough because it's like, I try to promote positivity, man, but people just they try to lure you into all types of craziness, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
but I say that to say this, right? Like, you're an A&R, you're an artist as well, but you're first and foremost, you're an A&R. You have a huge following, and I kind of want to touch on your background, and I want to get some industry advice from you as far as like how to maneuver in the music business. Okay. So with
yeah, you
that being
bet.
said, yeah. So with that being said, you're from Oklahoma City, correct?
Yeah, I am Oklahoma City. I've been a couple places. I'm from Tulsa also. So, but
Mhm.
yeah,
With that being said, growing up, you said Tulsa. You mentioned Tulsa. So, well, for one, I've never met anybody from Oklahoma City. So, what is it like growing up in Oklahoma City?
well, to be honest with you, man, Oklahoma City is like a major city. It's kind of like a little smaller than Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So it's got a
Mm,
lot of it's got the urban, it's got the downtown, it's got just about everything you want. And Tulsa's a lot like the same way. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
We got a big following out here as far as the genre goes, and so
mm.
yeah, everybody really supports the music here in Oklahoma City and Tulsa.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So, did you grow up like learning about the Tulsa, what they say, Black Wall Street, the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre and stuff like that? Did you grow up learning about
Yeah,
that?
man, very respectful, man. The culture
Mm,
is very diverse. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
My personal upbringing, I've had a lot of diversity in my background, so
mm,
I can really relate to all those kind of topics, and so it's great to be able to be part of the community.
mm,
I run a also a safe house that I'm
mm,
starting up, and so I'm very active in the community. But yeah,
mm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. And like, what made you gravitate towards music? Because like I said, you got the Thunder now, formerly this the Seattle SuperSonics. You got the Oklahoma City Thunder. You got football. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. What made you gravitate towards music?
Yeah, man. I like music ever since I was like, in high school. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Mm,
man, I've been doing music for a long time, but I really got serious about it about 3 years ago. And of
mm,
course, I met Rob Terrell, man. That changed the game for me all the way around. So
mm.
I think in the industry, you have to have somebody that that's a who in the industry, and understand how whether or not you can trust them, because this industry is very,
Yes, sir.
it's a lot of left turns. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So yeah, it's important to be able to trust people, and I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
trust Rob. So that really
Got
helped me out.
for sure, for sure. And now, I'm from New York. Who did you grow up listening to in Oklahoma City?
Oh man, shoot! I mean, I like a lot of rap. I like Slim Thug, a lot of that Houston rap back in the day. That's some of my favorite stuff.
Mm,
Slim's one of my favorite ones. Rick Ross. I like a lot of artists, man.
mm.
Kevin Gates. He's a very talented artist, man. I try to use my own style, to be honest with you, and not try to replicate anybody. But there are ones I look up to, and those are some of them.
Nice, nice, nice. For sure. And were your parents like involved in music or anything like? Were they like musicians or anything?
Not really, man. My brother was a broadcast journalism major, so he DJ'd, and he was
Okay.
going to go he was going to be a professional DJ like yourself,
Yeah.
but he ventured off another route. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
But that kind of sparked my interest early on. I worked with him a lot on some different songs and different
mm,
things, and so having his background helped me out a little bit. But yeah, I
mm.
just kind of did it on my own though. Most of the music has been just
Yeah.
my pursuit of it.
Yeah, copy, copy. And like I said, you really kind of just started taking it serious about maybe 3 years ago. What made you want to say, you know what, I want to become an A&R?
Yeah, well, meeting Rob and seeing the industry, I had a background in management, some other areas, and
Mm.
I just have a diverse background. I've seen a lot of things, and I can
Yeah.
relate. I can relate a lot to the artists that are coming up, and some of their experiences in life, and also with music. And so,
Mm.
really learning the game from Rob has helped me
Mm.
as an A&R. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
so that's really what's gotten me through,
Mm.
and that's where I am today. Studying under Rob has taught me
Mm.
what you need to do in this industry, right? So I can help other artists that way.
Mm, yeah, yeah, for sure. Now, well, a lot of times with me, right, I run into this, a lot of artists, they come to me, especially as a DJ, and I'm like, listen, I am one person. I can't play everybody's music. I cannot, it's impossible. Like, I don't, it's not enough time in my life to listen to everybody's music. Um, how do you feel about artists today? Because I've been doing this a long, long time, right? And especially with social media has created monsters that I don't even think we can even get rid of. Frankenstein's monster is not going nowhere with social media as far as artists' egos. Like how do you feel about like artists, having such an inflated ego based on social media?
Yeah, I think, there's a lot of artists out there. So the market is pretty much saturated, right? So
Hmm.
in order to be heard, to be seen, you have to really develop that brand.
Yeah.
And right, a lot of artists, they're not patient enough to do that, right? It takes
Hmm.
time. And so, having a good strategy in front of you, having
Hmm.
somebody that's been in the industry a long time, is a good idea to be gravitating towards some of those folks.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, with the social media, I mean, that is the bread and butter. I mean, you're going to be graded on that when you get in front of a major, and it's part of the metrics of music. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So,
Hmm.
as an artist, we have to gravitate towards that and understand that, and promote through that, right?
Hmm.
And a lot of that's just building that foundation, networking with DJs such as yourself and other digital radio stations, and just doing your own hustle out there along
Yeah.
with whatever support you have with the team. And so I think that's really important.
Yeah. For sure. And now, with that being said, like, what do you look for in an artist? Like, because as a DJ, I kind of look for the sound, but somebody might look for, you know, like different things. What is it that you look for as a A&R?
I think at the end of the day, man, it is going to be the sound, right?
Mm,
You're going to have the sound, a track that really breaks through. If you can break a track, I mean, that's where it's at. But that's not going to happen without promotion. So I think,
mm,
again, it takes hard work. It takes, people don't realize how much work it takes, to be honest with you. But it takes a lot of hard work. And so you
mm,
have to stay
mm,
dedicated and committed to it, right?
yeah.
And stay patient with it. But
Mm,
make sure you got somebody in the industry that has that experience that kind of guides you because this thing's always evolving, right? And it's very digital now. So you have to work those social media. You have to get out and network with DJs, and you have to, continue to work hard yourself promoting.
mm. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And with that being said, too, so what is like the music scene in Oklahoma City? Like, I know you said it's like a major city, but like not I'm not saying we spoiled being from New York, but we are spoiled in a way. Like, what is the music scene? Because I would say like I'm pretty sure you have different genres. So you have like country music, the Shabuzi type of country music, hip hop, country hip hop. So like, what's the music scene like in Oklahoma City?
Well, what's kind of cool is, man, the genres are mixing up so much, right? You hear country rap, you hear a lot of different things, right?
Mm,
And that stuff's really taking off. And so, the scene in Oklahoma City is, there are different outlets and different venues that'll showcase a lot of country raps or
mm,
country artists are here are big, but as a hip hop artist or R&B or any other genre, that's mixing up so much now that you can get involved even in those circles, right?
mm,
And get your name out there. So, the music scene is really good. And we got Power 103.5, in Oklahoma
mm.
City. So, yeah, it works out pretty good, man. We got a pretty good music venue.
Nice, nice, for sure, for sure. And who is your favorite Oklahoma City artist right now, besides yourself?
Man, to be honest with you, you know, you can, I mean, Toby Keith, man. I mean, really, to be honest with you, he's a legend here, right?
Mm,
And I say that's probably my number one Oklahoma City artist, right?
okay.
And he's country, right? So, but for what he stood for, kind of how he represented himself and how he went out, man,
Mm,
that's legendary, right? So,
mm,
I definitely put him at the top of the list.
Mm,
But right now, I mean, I don't know if there's any forefronting type of artists out here that I'm following in
mm,
general. We just got a lot of local talent that's probably not been, you
mm.
know, really put out there. To be honest with you, we're really promoted real well.
Got you, got you. And as an A&R, because like I said, next 2026, is gonna really prove, in my opinion, as far as like the mice from the men, the boys from the men, you know what I'm saying? As far as it's longevity in the music business. Um, where do you see the future of music business? And the reason why I say it like that is because AI is not going nowhere. So,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the music business going forward in 2026?
I think it's going to continue to evolve. I think as an artist, you have to be very diversified with the A and I culture.
Mm,
Um, I like it because you basically, how we used to sample old samples and put them in songs. Well,
mm,
now you can AI the samples in, right?
yeah, yeah.
And there's no copyright. There's no, it's better business practice, and you can
Mm,
still be a creative artist with that, right?
mm,
And AI really kind of levels the playing field a little bit. So
mm,
I think a good mix of AI with the artist blend is going to be the future of where we're going.
mm.
I going totally AI. I don't think it's the way, right? That's you're not showcasing your talent that way and stuff. But there are artists out there who are doing nothing but AI. So the
Mm,
creative process, we got to keep an open mind about it. AI is going to be the future, but I like a good mix. I think a good mix is healthy.
mm. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And now, I want to talk to you about your music for a second, right? Like, 2025, you got the Sony distribution, you got things like that.
Yeah.
What is like, do you like being an artist better or you like being an A&R better?
I think first and foremost I'm an A&R, but it goes hand in hand. Now, what's nice about it is I can talk to other artists, like
Mm,
artist to artist, about what the progression is of an artist, right? And I can
mm,
relate to them, and so I think that that from that perspective, it puts me on a different level as an A&R. I can really get on the same level with the artist, and I can guide them, and they understand it. They know what I'm talking about. I know what they need, and so it works out real well. I think that's a good fit for me, and that's kind of what's transpired with my A&R career, being what it is today,
mm,
which is a senior A&R. So it's
mm,
worked out real well.
yeah.
But the music follows it. The music is just part of it, right? And obviously I'm an artist as well, and so I love doing the music side. I think I got a couple of slammers. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I think I got a
mm,
couple of bangers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
yeah.
looking forward to putting those out and seeing what happens.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, man. And are you going to like? Do you have any shows that's coming up, or you like performing anywhere? Like, because like I
I'll
said, I
be
noticed, and, hold on, and the reason why I say that,
yeah.
Scott, too, is because like, a lot of artists today are not even they're making money not even having to perform. You feel me?
Yeah.
So are you looking forward to like performing this year or come or like
I
anything like that?
Yeah, I am, man. I mean, through Rob, we're gonna have some opportunities, I think, with that. So I'd love to get on stage, man. I ain't shy about that at all. But I
Yeah,
don't do a lot of live shows, right? This is such a digital world right now that
yeah,
as an artist, like, you've got to perfect that digital side first, right? You got to get that digital following going. It's a
mm,
digital world out here with music.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready to hop on stage whenever. I'm ready.
Nice, nice, nice. And
Mhm.
now the new record I got, Nothing But Love. I just a kind of a freestyle kind of record, you know what I'm saying? What inspired that record?
Man, I just, the drum rolls in it and the beat, man, it's just one of these songs that sticks out. It's kind of got that raw touch to it. I
Mm,
kind of think of, like, Super Gremlin, man, how he came out with that real raw approach to that song, but everybody loved it. It's
mm,
the same type of situation, man, with this song. It's
mm,
got that raw, kind of that old school 808 drum roll with the hooks, and I got that rap going on it. So yeah, everything's pretty tight about it. I like it. I think it's a good raw track that people are going to gravitate to.
mm. Nice, nice. For sure, man. And with that being said, like I said, you dropped a lot of singles, you put in the work on, so you have a huge, huge social media following. So that really, sticks out a lot, you know what I'm saying? Especially being an A&R. In this climate, I want to ask you this, right? Do you feel like an artist needs to be signed to a major, or do you think like, distribution is more of a way to go? Like label services and distribution and in 2026 is the way to go.
It's really hard to compete with the major labels. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think there's a lot for every major. There's like another 10,000 artists that didn't get there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So I think you do have to get to that major level, to be honest with you, because the resources are so big. It's that big machine. It's that engine, right? that can promote you to a next level, right, worldwide, right?
Mm,
So I think it's still the labels that are what artists need to be shooting for. Partnership type deals versus maybe the traditional old school record labels really don't exist anymore. It's really important to understand how the labels work, right? And so having Rob Terrell and having his leadership,
mm,
it guides me and it guides other artists on how you do get in front of a label in
mm,
2026, right? And I think that is still the way to go.
mm. Got you, got you. And my very last question is this, brother Scott. You know, times have changed, the people have changed, the game is not fun no more like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? What is one piece of advice that you would give any up and coming artist looking to get signed to an A&R or work with A&R? What is one piece of advice that you would give them getting into the music business today?
I tell you, it's a lot more hard work than I thought. I really, I thought I'd just glide into it and, throw some stuff together and I'd be good enough. And I found out I really wasn't. So it took me a couple of years under Rob to really kind of, get my brand developed, get my marketing strategy around me, get my music up to a level that was better. And so, mastering and engineering the music's a big part of it. And I didn't know nothing about that, right? So as an artist, I think you have to really, the number one thing you can do as an artist is look, you do need to find somebody in this industry who's been there, right? Who has done it, who has those relationships and who knows how to navigate this business. And that's definitely Rob Terrell. And so if you don't have a Rob Terrell, you need to find one because it's going to be hard to get through this business without it. But I think that's the key. That's the key, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. You know this, man. My guy Scott the Rock, man, legend. You know what I'm saying? Senior A&R, Wealth Nation, you know what I'm saying? Artist in his own right. Good brother, man. He always supports my Bible quotes and my positive messages. He always did. He always with it. You know what I'm saying? And once again, my guy Scott the Rock, where can they find you, brother?
Dude, they can find me at Scott the Rock _ Wealth Nation on YouTube. I'm just now getting out there on Spotify a little bit, so I sure need them likes and I sure need them followers on Spotify. And Apple Music obviously, and then my Instagram official Scott the Rock on Instagram.
You know this, man. Once again, man, it's DJ Chase, the pregame party Miss podcast. I'm back for 2026, man. New year, as I always say, bigger and better. You know the vibes, man. Ain't nothing gonna stop us, man. God got us. You know the vibes, man. The new single, Nothing But Love, streaming right here on WDJC DB, DJ Chase Radio, DJChaseRadio.com, DJChase.net, Spotify podcast, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. And I'm out of here. Gia.
DJ Chase got me crazy. I could bust it down like a middle part. I just want his money, baby.